scenario 5, which is the Arcovodian, or I don't have the book handy. It's something beginning with A planes, which is basically the kingdom of men trying to build a big wall to stop the hordes of orcs advancing. There's supposed to be ogres fighting, not men.
Yeah, I think that's like the mercenaries or something like holding the orcs off or something.
I do have ogres that have been worked on. I thought they'd be ready in time for this, but they're not, which is unfortunate. So I'm going to be playing my dwarves with some elven allies. You are playing your undead.
Undead with Empire Dust allies.
Yeah. Not too confident in this game. I was expecting to be playing against Night Stalkers, so I've gone for a kind of a fast, lightly armoured version.
I gambled well on my list.
Not enough piercing, not enough crushing strength, so I don't kind of foresee this going very well for me.
I mean, I expected him to think I was going to play the Night Stalker, especially because like this scenario is terrain light, which would have been to my advantage with like a heavy shooty Night Stalker list, like I usually like to play. But I decided to go with something unexpected, so I went with my Undead this time. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. So alright, we're going to get down, roll some dice, and see what happens. We'll be back with the first turn, which I believe is mine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, so we have a horde of zombies with Hammer Dimension Force. We have Revenants with the Scrying Gem. We have some Enslaved Guardian Archer allies. We have some Wraiths, a troop of them. Over here we have a horde of Wights with the Healing Brew. We have a horde of Werewolves with 2 proxies of Werewolf regiments. Right here we have a Lycanus with the Mace of Crushing. And over here we have the mummies with the Diadem of Giantkind, and we have the Necromancer.
Okay, so down here I've got a group of Ironclad. I have 2 regiments up front with nothing on them. Back here I have a horde of Ironclad with the Banner of the Griffin. Up here I have a troop of Rangers. Behind it I have 2 Flame Belchers. Back here I have a horde of Elven Kindred Archers as allies. Over here I have 2 regiments of Berserker Rock Riders. This one with the pillar in the corner has the Brew of Strength. Over here I have a Berserker Lord with Blade of the Beast Slayer. Army Standard Bearer with the Healing Charm. Female Bannock again. And then lastly I have Kragoth.
Not the way I would like to have deployed, but you know what? I'm not feeling too bad. I have some really speedy units on this side of the board, so I feel like they're going to be able to like close some range. Like they're going to close the distance pretty fast. This guy is going to be slogging across the board, so I don't know how that's going to work. Same thing with with zombies. I feel like there's going to be a hail of arrows and crossbow bolts coming at them. The mummies and the Wights are over here. I had to split up my werewolves because there's just too much concentration of forces on this side, and I didn't want to like have a crumble on a flank because I decided to spread my forces too thin. So had to even things out a bit.
I've kept everything together. I haven't spread myself thin at all. I may have spread myself too thick. But yeah, as you see, I've got the horde of archers at the front, along with my rangers. I've got Bannock and Kragoth all in the front line. Behind them, I've got my 2 regiments of Berserker Brocks with a Berserker Lord, and behind that, I have all my Ironclad backed up by my Flame Belcher cannons. This is either going to go really well, or this is going to spectacularly backfire on me. We'll find out soon enough. So it's my turn first, so we're going to get on with the game. Just moved up. Before the beginning of the game, I vanguarded my Rangers, Bannock and Kragoth up. I've kind of moved them into what I think are good positions. Behind that, the Elves moved up into range of pretty much most of the army. Berserkers moved up behind that, and then everything's just going forward at the moment. It's just a big dwarf steamroller with some little flighty elves on the side, which they're pretty unhappy about having with them because they're dwarves, but yeah, see what happens. So I'm going to do some shooting, which I actually have a fair amount of, and then we'll be back after that. Okay, so I put 7 wounds on the zombies this turn, not exactly great, but considering the elves were hitting on 6s and the rangers were hitting on 5s, it's not dreadful. I mean, let's just now check anyway. Even with a double 6, I can't do anything because they are fearless.
Decided to take these 2 werewolf units and go into Kragoth. Is that his name?
Yeah, Kragoth.
Take the one from the back, plug that hole, move the whites forward, move the mummies forward, the zombies move forward, the revenants took a pivot, move 5 inches. They're going to join the fight over here, try to plug that gap. Wraiths move forward 10, werewolves move forward 18.
Archers stay there.
Archer's just going to stay there and see what they can shoot.
So do some shooting and we'll be
We
back.
did some wounds. The mummies used their breath weapon on the
Rangers.
Rangers. Did 4 wounds on them, and then I surged them forward with the necromancer. And then the enslaved guardians. I moved them forward 4 inches. The enslaved guardians shot 5 wounds into the horde of Kindred archers.
Yeah.
Kindred archers, and I did 5 wounds on them. And that's about it. I'll just do a quick test on them.
Just also because I don't think we covered it, that pond in the middle of the table is impassable.
Yeah.
So
Also, this is an invade scenario.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
didn't cover that as well. Let's do the Rangers first. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
I don't believe they're wavered.
Wavered. All right.
Oh, I'm going to check. They could be going. Yeah, they're wavered.
Wavered. Okay. Let's get
We've got the concern guy.
let's get that concern die on. Where's that?
Concerned.
Yeah, quite concerned. Let's check the these guys over here. 6.
They're fine.
They're fine. All right.
So obviously the melee down here with Kragoff. We'll be back in a minute.
Sadly, all I got on Kragoff between the 2 was 4 wounds. Not terrible, but not what I was hoping for. I was hoping maybe like 6, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
Nerve check it.
Oh, we do have a nerve check, don't we? 4, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm going to say he's fine. Fine. Yeah, he's fine. I'm going to say he. Okay, so that's the end of your turn, and on to my turn. So my Rangers really let me down by failing their headstrong roll. That's really fucked me, because now it's kind of like made the rest of the line stuck because nothing can get past. Over here, Bannock charged the werewolves, Kragoth counter-charged the werewolves, and the Berserker Lord came up to take on the Lucanus. These Ironclad moved off to defend the Elven flank, and these Ironclad moved up and took a pivot to defend the Berserker's flank. Back here, the Iron Belcher has moved up to fill in this gap. Not Iron Belcher, Flame Belcher has moved up to fill in this gap. So I'm going to do my shooting, and then we will be back. They don't actually have any damage originally, that's not the corner. And then we'll be back. Okay, so I put 9 more damage on the zombies, taking them up to 16 damage. What's their break? 22?
22.
26.
Roll bad. Roll terribly.
I'm actually really nervous about this.
Come on, roll terribly.
Get him off the board. Get him off the board. Yes.
Yes. My 4 zombies.
Yes.
4 zombies.
Okay, so down here I put 6 on the Lucanus from the Berserker Lord, and I put 10 on the werewolves from Kragoth and Bannock. So we'll do the Lucanus first. What's the Lucanus break?
Canis is 13, 15.
Yeah, Lucanus stands.
Yep.
I'm glad I didn't do that roll for the werewolves. And the werewolves go.
Reroll it.
Oh yeah, the Lucanus is still standing. The werewolves
And they're
go.
gone. Well, it's a very sad day for me because it was a very cheeky movement Dan did over here with this fucking with Bannock. I had a clear shot, a clear clear shot with my mummies straight into these Brock Riders to shoot a breath attack and then charge in with a surge. And with just a pivot, he dashed my hopes and dreams. So now I have to deal with the scraps, and I wanted the meat. So I have to deal with this crap. So I'm gonna shoot a breath attack into these guys, try to finish them off. And well, you guessed it, I'm gonna surge into Bannock and try to get him off the board. See what I can do there. The werewolves over here and the Lycanus went back into the Berserker Lord. See if he can get him off the table. The whites went back into Kragoth. We're gonna see if they can get him off the board as well. Necromancer moved up to support the mummies. The revenants, they're slowly shimmying across the board. I'm regretting having put them over here, but you know, I'm glad I early on I moved them to fill this gap over here. So hopefully they'll be able to do something by like turn 3 or 4. The revenants are actually Wraiths rather. Actually made it all the way over to the kindred archers and are actually going to do a flank charge on them. The werewolves are just a measure. They were able to move up, and they're going to try to see if they can do some havoc on the flanks. The enslaved guardian archers, they moved up, and they're going to try to see if they can get they're going to get cover. And
but you moved anyway, so you would have been 6s anyway, so you might as well go for them because it can't be more than 6s. So
I'm going to be shooting at the pleb, but you know what? We're going to move up and take the pleb shots anyway. That's actually. Let's assault the wound. Individual turns to fucking meet the charge. The dirtiest of dirtiest moves to do. I thought we were friends, Dan. I thought this was a friendly game, and I felt I've been done dirty. That's all I can say. I feel very very soiled here. That's about it. I did barely. The shooting phase was terrible. I did 1 wound on these rangers. I did 1 wound on these ironclad. It's a terrible shooting phase.
Roll it anyway. See what happens.
Yeah, hopefully I can get a double 6. We'll see what happens.
So what's that? 5,
9, 10, 11, 12.
12. They're gone.
You know?
They're gone.
All right. The ironclad back there.
They're fine. They're fine. Perfect. All right. So that's the end of onto your melee.
Yep. Let's see. The Lycanus and the werewolves disappointed me with only 4 wounds on the Berserker Lord. He's not going off the board. So there's that. I mean, the Lycanus got a life leech for 1. Whoopee. Nothing much going on there. 7 attacks were given from the whites onto Kragoth. 7 more attacks from the mummies onto Bannock. There were, I believe, 6, 7, 8 attacks from the whites onto
and they also have. They already had 5 on them, didn't they?
Yeah.
So they are on 12, 13. That in total.
Yeah. And that's about it for melee. Hoping to get some stuff off the board, but we'll have to freaking see. So
Roll with Berserker Lord.
there's no point in rolling for the Berserker Lord. He gets to stay. Well, actually, no. If I get a double 6, no, he doesn't. He's fearless, so he doesn't even waver. All right, let's start with Kragoth. 6, 7, 8,
12. Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone.
Rest for a minute.
Perfect. Let's go with Bannock.
Bannock is gone.
All right. And let's do the
board 1. So that, what did I say? That was 11. No, 12.
6,
11, 12, 13.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Yeah, fine. That's that.
You know waiver?
No.
Really? Oh. Well, they lost their shooting, so there's that.
Yeah. To be fair though, there was absolutely nothing really left on this board. I wanted to shoot out with no piercing. They were there to be a roadblock and get rid of the zombies when I saw this list. Dwarf generals have very little respect for elf lives.
Well, there's that.
So, right, my turn. Top turn 3.
Oh.
Okay, so everything's kind of coming together right now. Everyone's getting involved. So down here, The dwarves moved up to kind of get in face of the werewolves. The elves that the dwarf and generals don't really give a shit about decided they were going to countercharge the wraith, see if they can do something there. Flame Belcher moved up. He's going to see eventually maybe they can start putting some damage on that unit over there. The unit of Brox with the Brew of Strength charged the mummies. The unit of Brox without the Brew of Strength just kind of scooted out of the way over here so they're not kind of sitting useless. Down here, the unit of the regiment rather of Ironclad charged the werewolves, and the Berserker Lord recharged the Mechanis. Also, the Army Standard Bearer with a healing charm healed the Berserker Lord for one. So, since Joe has pretty much taken all of my shooting out of action, either via charge or death, or just them not actually being in range of anything, I'm going to kind of move on to my melee, so we'll be back after that. So it's not been the most productive of turns, melee-wise. I put 2 on the werewolves. How many did I put on the Lecanis? 3?
Yeah, I think so.
3 on the Lecanis, which isn't great. I put 9 on the mummies and 1.
Which is pretty good, I mean,
Right.
considering, but it's like half their nerve.
1 on the race. So let's start down here with the werewolves. Okay, fine, I assume.
Yeah.
The Lecanis.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Wavered?
14. He is wavered.
The mummies next. I think that's them gone, right?
What's the total? 12,
19,
19.
18, right?
Fuck.
Oh, do they have inspiring from this man right here?
Necromancer does not get inspiring, I don't think. No, he does not get inspiring.
Okay. And then lastly, the race. That's 9 total. So I think they're fine, aren't they? 11 or 10 of them then.
They're fine, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, what did I kill? The mummies?
Yeah.
I'm wavered the get a concerned die on that Lycanus. Get a concerned die on it.
Yeah, over here I got the the werewolves going back into the Ironclad. Lycanus is
Concerned.
concerned. The whites shimmied over and hoping to surge them into the Rock Riders. The revenants just, keep shimmying on forward. The wraiths, they just went back into the archers. The werewolves went into the Ironclad, and the kindred archers are literally just.
They're the kindred archers.
Oh, sorry, the
guardians.
slave guardian archers are, they're sitting there because they're in range of some targets. So we'll move on to shooting, and then from there we'll do some melee. Well, I did 3 damage on the Brox from the guardian archers, and I was able to just barely. It was almost a heart attack situation where I almost didn't make the surge. Got 3 inches in, it was just enough. Gonna nerve check the Brox real quick.
Yeah, they're fine. Alright, you melee.
Fuck the amount of nerve the Brockers get. I laid 7 wounds into them. Even if I double 6 them, they're not gonna do anything to them. So there's that. What else? The werewolves did 2 onto the Ironclad.
Can't remember how much more you did.
I think I did like 5 into the archers. I put on 5 more into the Ironclad over there. So that's about it. The pretty average melee phase. I guess I'll just do a nerve real quick.
Where we starting?
We'll start the Ironclad over here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
They, I need to check, they are either wavered. No, they're not. I lied. They're fine.
5?
Yeah.
Okay. Does rattling only raise the uppermost, or does it raise both?
Both raises both, but even without rallying, you'll be fine.
Alright.
That was what I was saying. I was going to need to check, see if they were in range of their horde. For some reason, I always think they're 12, 14, but they're not. They're 14, 16.
There's no point in checking the...
I mean, you're supposed to roll it anyway, so this is right. I see a 3 there, so even if they weren't there, it wouldn't have done nothing.
Where'd it go?
Lost forever.
Not that it mattered. Yeah.
Elves.
Let's go with we'll do the race first. The archers over here.
Yeah, they're dead.
12, 13.
They're fine. Okay, so movement was pretty quick this time. The Ironclad countercharged the werewolves. The Flame Belcher turned to shoot the Wraiths in the face. Ironclad here moved up. Army Sanabearer moved up. Ironclad over here countercharged the werewolves. Berserker Lord, he's no longer concerned. Charged the concerned Mechanis, who currently has 8 points of damage on him because one of the dice hidden underneath him. Berserker Brox recharged the whites rather. And over here, I'm not sure it was the brightest idea, but these Berserker Brox charged the Revenants. Okay, so put 2 on the race with my shooting. Not really ideal. Let's see what happens. Come on, get a 10. 10.
Get the
Baby.
Sorry. Get
the fuck off the board. I think that's what you were looking for. The word you were looking for was get the fuck off the board. So, I'll be back with my melees. So, it wasn't a bad turn of doing damage to things. I put 2 on the werewolves, which wasn't great, but I mean, they're just vanilla ironclad, so I wasn't expecting to do much more. I put another 4 on the Mechanis, bringing it up to 12. 7 on the whites, 8 on the revenants, and then 2 on the horde of werewolves. So I'm going to start down here with the regiment of werewolves. I assume they're fine.
4, 5,
7.
8, 9. They're fine.
Yeah, I assume they were. On the whites, double 1s, so absolutely nothing.
Super fine.
Yeah. On the revenants, I assume they're also fine.
Yeah.
7. Didn't expect much from that. And on the horde of werewolves, I assume they are also fine.
9. Yeah, they're fine.
So everything survives. We actually forgot to nerve check the Mechanis. I just did it. Got killed with the first roll. Nerve check, obviously it's inspiring. Did it again. So that's dead. Okay, so we'll be back with Joe's turn.
My job in this turn, everything is countercharged. Werewolves back into Ironclad, Whites back into the Brock Riders, Revenants back into the Brock Riders, Werewolves back into those Ironclad, the Guardian Archers, they're moving forward. That's it. They did nothing. Out of 18 shots, nothing. As I moved across the board, a better and better melee round for me. I put 2 damage on the... was it 2 damage or 1 damage on the... I think it was 2 damage on the Ironclad right there.
May have actually been 1. I think it might have been 1. I can't remember.
I don't know. Check the tape.
Yeah.
There's, I think I put like 5 damage on...
Berserkers.
It was 5 or 6 damage? 5 damage.
I'm at that point now where I'm starting to forget what damage was on it prior to that dive.
You guys are watching, check the tapes. Put some damage on the Brocks from the Whites.
There was some damage.
5. I think there was definitely 5 damage on these guys. They had 3 damage before.
Okay.
And then a awesome
10 damage.
10 damage from the
that,
werewolves. They did me proud this past melee turn. So we'll start with the Ironclad over here.
They're staying.
Alright. Rock Riders.
11. Reroll it. The number you needed. They're staying.
Rock Riders.
They're staying. Double 1s. Yeah, they're dead. Alright, so I'll grab them off the board and then we'll be back with my turn. So we've got turn 5, moving across the board. Ironclad recharged these werewolves. Berserker Brox went into the whites again. Berserker Lord, he's an individual so he doesn't get anything from the flank, but he took the flank. Ironclad moved up into the centre of the board. This Flame Belcher turned and moved over to the werewolves. This Flame Belcher moved in the direction of the werewolves. Joe's bladder severely betrayed him because he went for a piss, and it allowed me to stare at the board long enough to realise that with the double pivot, the werewolves were in range, so they could have got in the rear flank, which gave me the chance to move my army standard bearer to protect that for the time being. Up here, Berserker Brox recharged the whites. So, I'm going to get my shooting done over here. He can't see anything because he's facing the other direction. So, yeah, I'll do my shooting with the Flame Belcher and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I put 5 damage on the werewolves with the Flame Belcher. So I'm going to nerve check them right now. That's 12, 13, they're fine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, cool. So I'll be back with the melee in a second. So I put 3 on the werewolves. I put much on the whites.
As one can see. I think like 8 on the whites.
I can't really remember how much it was. The big surprise was the fact that...
I'm pretty sure it's 8, Dan.
Yeah, it was at 8. The big surprise, though, was the fact that the Brox over here, who lost their Thunderous, still managed to put 8 on the Revenants, considering that they were damaging, hit on 4s, damaging on 5s. So I was pretty happy with that. Right, so down here, start with the werewolves. These fucking things.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah, yeah, I assume as much. The whites, I'm assuming this is double up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Double 6s. What the fuck can I
Are you kidding me right now?
Alright.
Not
So
that, like,
I'll
it
grab
matters.
them in a minute and then we'll do these next. What's the break for the Revenants?
22, I believe. No, it's not 22. It's 24.
Double 1.
Double 1s. They are completely fine.
Alright, okay, so we'll get the whites off the board and then, yeah, Big Joe's turn. Back in a minute.
Well, basically countercharged into the Ironclad. These guys countercharged into the Brox. The werewolves charged into the Flame Belcher. These Enslaved Guardians shot into the Brox over there, hoping to get them off the board before they can score.
Put 2 damage on them. So
Yeah, put 2 damage on them, so we'll see what happens. Do a real quick nerve check on them.
What's that? 10.
12, 13, 14.
It's 12, 22, 24. Re-roll it. 9, so that's 12. Is that 24 again?
6, 12, 13, 14, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
They are gone.
Yes!
They're gone.
I'll take it. We're going to the nerve checks, and we'll see what happens. Start with the werewolves over here at the Ironclad. That's 9.
They're gone.
Oh, alright.
No, 9. Is that 15?
Yes,
15.
15.
Wavered.
Wavered. Alright.
Can you do me a favour? Can you measure that distance? I'm pretty sure it's more than 6 inches. Almost certain it's more than 6 inches. No. It's very nice thing.
From where?
Him to him. Corner to corner.
From where? From here?
Yeah, from here, from the horde. I'm pretty sure it's more than 6 inches.
That's the corner of the horde.
Yeah, they're more. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, they're wavered.
Okay, I'm a little concerned. They're concerned.
Over here, the Brox.
Check the Brox. 12.
That's 16, 20. I don't know this one. 17, 21, 23. They just went.
There you go.
There you go.
Alright. And we're gonna check the double ones on the.
Yeah. That went as well.
Alright.
Dan has come in a crossroads.
Yeah. Basically, I've moved everything. I recharged the werewolf, those into those. Oh, actually, no, I forgot I've got the Berserker Lord up there. So, I'm heavily reliant on there being a 7th turn. At the moment, can just run into 6, don't we?
It's turn 6.
Yeah, without there being a 7th turn, I can't win. So, yeah, the game started off well for me. It's not, the loss of the Brox has been pretty devastating to what I had planned. So, right, I'm going to do some shooting over here and see what happens. And then we'll go from there. So, we're back in a minute. Okay, so I put 5 damage on the werewolves. Let's see what I can do here. That is 8. That is 18.
You actually got rid of them.
So right, I put 3 on those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put now check them. Get that out of the way. 6, 11.
11.
I assume they're just standing.
They're good, but had you gotten one more, they would have wavered.
Yeah, that doesn't help me. If I want to shoot Joe, it doesn't help me. Even waving that didn't help me. And then the Necromancer, I think you said he was 10, 12, right?
Necromancer is 10, 12,
So
yes.
I need at least a 6. I
Nothing.
get 5. So I'm pretty certain I've just lost this game. Because even with the 7th turn, yeah, even with 7th turn, I find myself in the same position I was. So, yeah, it's probably not worth carrying on. If I'm honest.
If you want to call it, we can call it, or
Yeah,
you can let me run my turn and then we'll see what happens.
I'm going to call it because I'm going to be honest.
I mean, you got rid of my werewolves, but...
Yeah, but I needed to get rid of these 2 so that I could move on a 7th turn to potentially
Right.
win.
And you didn't, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get rid of them. So the Revenants are all just going to move up and block these guys moving in.
Right.
And there's a good chance they'll get rid of these on the next turn. So, yeah, I'm going to call it. I'll call it. So, yeah, another game. Another one of us conceding. Though we did actually make it to turn 6 this time. We were just looking at the board. There was absolutely no way my Dwarves could win. I know there's the 20% rule in Kings of War, but we don't do draws.
we not compromise on draws.
We don't do draws. There's a winner and there's a loser. At the end of the day, if he finishes with more points on my side of the board, he wins. If I finish with more points on his side of the board, he wins. We're not going to fuck around towing it up. Especially now the actual campaign is over. I know for the campaign we would have had to, but now it's just kind of us doing it. There's no point. So there's a winner and there's a loser, and there was absolutely no way for me to win.
I thought it was a great game. It was anybody's game until the end, and I had a lot of fun with it.
But that takes it to 5 scenarios played, 3 to Joe, 2 to myself. We won't be back next week because I'm going back home to the UK for the weekend, so I'm going to spend time with my kid.
I just got a new job, so
yeah,
I'm busy. So
so we will be back probably the week after or the week after that, depending. We'll probably play the week after next, but
yeah, more than likely.
Depending on how long it takes me to get the video edited and up, we'll probably be back. So maybe another back rep the week after next. No, sorry, the week after the next. Whatever, I'm drunk. So anyway, as usual, we are the Slaughtered Warlord. I actually managed to stay at that time even though I've been drinking. And we will be back with our next back rep when we're back. And it is, what is it? It's the Goblins in the Forest. And I'm really gutted I'm not playing my Goblins because I fucking love.
I mean, you could play Goblins.
Yeah, I know.
You could. I think you should.
They're not fully painted.
Who cares? Who cares? Do you care? I don't think you care.
Yeah. Love Goblins. Favorite
Just play the
fantasy
Goblins.
race.
Play them.
Anyway, so that's beside the point. Who knows? Maybe it'll be Goblins. So yeah, we'll be back when we're back. So take care. Bye.